Welcome to 2020, the year where a global pandemic is threatening lives, the economy, and disrupting work, school, and home for everyone. Where you're sometimes not sure if you're watching CNN or it's SNL, and where California is fighting yet another wave of wildfires, while on the other coast, the Gulf Coast defends against hurricanes and flooding. The world is on fire, like literal fire. So what do you do when life gives you fire? You have a fireside chat, of course, except today we're going to do it by candlelight. My name's Simpson. I'm the VP of Product at Quantcast. 25 years ago, I began my career at a small newspaper in Florida as a photographer. I and a handful of college kids from the newsroom, lovingly referred to as the romper room, built that paper's first website in the early spring of '94. And that was my first taste of journalism on the web, and it lit a fire inside me. Today, I want to ignite in you a passion for something I care deeply about: the power of digital in free speech and consumer choice. So when addressing this topic, there are three main things to discuss: the power players that define our digital community, frameworks that are being put in place to better this community, and then the role that marketers play in the entire ecosystem. Okay, so let's start with the power players. We've seen the rise of three large tech giants: Facebook, Apple, and Google. Now, even if unintentional, their code of conduct and company values are what shape the internet of tomorrow. But there are some concerning moves which are impacting this ecosystem. So Facebook has made revenue the top priority. The Cambridge Analytica scandal of 2018 is the most prominent example of these worlds converging. Now, Facebook made headlines yet again this past July over criticism they had not done enough to police hateful and false posts and ads, resulting in the boycott of over 500 advertising brands. Now, Google was recently hit with a class action lawsuit claiming that Android provides false claims over the processing and selling of private information. That despite consumer choice, the SDK collects consumer data no matter what. Apple introduced intelligent tracking protection in 2017, but has made more recent headlines with its upcoming launch of iOS 14. Now, this update will explicitly ask users whether they want to opt in before sharing the IDFA identifier with app developers, who could then use it to target ads. Now, these moves from tech giants have been the catalyst for change. But in the age of fake news, the echo chambers of hate speech, international trolls, propaganda machines, publishers now play a crucial role in moderating and fact-checking the information that we absorb. Big data was once met with excitement, but now it's met with fear. Fear over what data is captured, how it's used, and how it can be used against us. This is a community that we live in virtually, so it's important that we call out bad actors and hold each other accountable. In terms of user privacy, consumers fundamentally have a right to data protection. So we need to find a way for both ad revenue and consumer control over their data to exist in the same world. Now, the IAB Transparency and Consent Framework, which is a free open source framework that solves for consumer data privacy under e-privacy, GDPR, CCPA, and solves for publisher revenue protection, has been freely available since March of 2018, available for 2 years. And yet advertisers, website owners, and many ad tech companies are still not on board. Now, marketers play a role in this community as well, and brand integrity is becoming a larger part of the discourse. Discouraging the propagation of hate speech and fake news speaks directly to your brand values. Spend in support of what you stand for, and ensuring the digital privacy of users respects your customer's voice. Know where your data comes from. Know where it's been. Now, as a former journalist, I'm a passionate advocate for protecting the free press and consumer rights. And I believe that using technology for actual good to grow and protect our democracy is a duty that we all share. After all my years in print and digital media, I finally found a home at Quantcast. We've held privacy by design as a fundamental principle since our founding, and have adapted our business time and time again as the industry has evolved and started to move towards privacy-centric as a standard. The world is on fire, but we are capable of light speed evolution towards good. Let's ignite some change. Good night and good luck.